in Indianapolis at the NFL Scouting Combine with Bucky Brooks, NFL Network analyst, and also former Carolina Panthers scout. Does this Mike flag bring you back a little bit?
It does bring me back. It always brings me back. I have really, really good memories. Like, I was there for a team that was really solid. We went to Super Bowl 38, went back to the championship game a couple years later. Learned a lot about evaluating and team building during my time in Carolina.
Speaking of which, now that we are here at the NFL Combine, how important is this part of the process moving toward the draft?
It's very important because this is the first time that a lot of the scouts and coaches have had the opportunity to meet these young men. And so what you want to do is you really want to dig in and kind of figure out who they are, what they represent, and would they fit into the culture that you've created in the locker room. Yes, you want to see them run around and do all those things, but really it's the intangibles and the characteristics that they bring off the field that really, really matter, because you want to make sure that all the pieces of the puzzle fit together when you're building your team.
Well, I saw in your initial mock draft you had Montez Sweat, Mississippi State defensive end, come into Carolina. Is that still where you stand, or what are your thoughts?
I think it would be a solid fit. I think the most important thing for the Carolina Panthers, they have to find someone that can rush the passer. Julius Peppers has retired. They're still trying to find a person who can be a dominant edge rusher for their defense. And so I know Ron Rivera and his staff have talked about tweaking defenses and those things, but I think the thing that remains apparent, they have to have someone that can be a difference maker off the edge, especially in a division where you have Matt Ryan and Jameis Winston and Drew Brees.
Well, speaking to the other side of the ball, another priority that Ron Rivera has talked a lot about is just the importance of protecting Cam Newton and getting weapons around him. What do you see on the offensive side that could be good fits for Carolina?
Well, obviously they can go at offensive tackle and they can do anything to really protect them. There are a ton of offensive linemen that can get it done. Juwan Taylor from Florida, a right tackle, would be a nice fit. There are other guys, Jonas Williams from Alabama, who also can help them. And then if you decide that you really want to add weapons around Cam Newton, you can go outside and find a ton of wide receivers. You don't necessarily have to find them in the first round. There are a ton of guys that can do it. Kevin Harmon from NC State is a guy that could be a difference maker. They have to decide what do they want to do, and they also may need to find an eventual replacement for Greg Olsen at tight end. This year's tight end class is probably one of the best that I've seen in years.
Awesome. Thank you so much for the time, Bucky. Appreciate you.
You're welcome.